Hello guys, my name is Xenomorph 96 here. Back with another video. Yes, you're probably thinking why I've got a shirt off. It's really warm where I am. I'm going to show you how to build basically a chest of drawers. It's a flat pack. Fortunately I do not have the instructions, so I'm going to have to try and, well, wing it. I accidentally binned them, basically. I've accidentally binned my thing. What you see on this is I have already done the runners. If you don't know how to do runners, a lot of instructions now do actually have them in. So yeah, pretty much. Today's tools are quite simple. I need a drill. This is a Black & Decker drill. I've had this just over a year now, and it's perfect every time I do any job. It's been with me every job I've done, whether it's making a cabinet, making one of these. But here's the important thing. Quite simply, I need a pencil, a hammer. The hammer, what I've been reading with the instructions, they say you need a hammer to bang things in. I'm not going to use a hammer to bang things in, because quite simply, I'm going to use this hammer to pull things off if I do something wrong. Which, for me, it's not going to be very difficult. Obviously, if you're at home right now, and if you're a young age and you want to do this, ask a parent first before picking these up, because they're very hard, dangerous. Scissors. You got to be, well, 18 and over to actually hold a pair of scissors. If your parent's doing it for you, that's fine. You need a pair of scissors or even a Stanley knife. I do have a Stanley knife somewhere, but I don't know where I've put it. And for you guys who actually are going to do it, I brought, what's behind me right now in this corner is my dinner and a drink of your choice. Quite simple. That's all you need. So the idea is I'm building this chest of drawers from scratch. I did have the instructions. I'm going to try and find them to make it a little bit faster and make it easier for me. I just thought I'd do this little video because a lot of people do struggle, fun enough, in putting up chests of drawers or doing flat packs. Flat packs are easy, but they also can be confusing. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's going to be simple. So what we know now is, I think I'm on stage 3 of building stuff like this. Obviously, if you've got a good area to build in, unfortunately I don't have a good area to build it in. I've only got a small tight area where I can build things in. So what I've got in my hand is a bracket. This bracket is different. I hate these brackets. Literally hate them. Because these are the type of brackets that you've got to drill into the wall with. So you put it into your wood, which will be here, which you won't be able to see. Move your camera, there you are. So, as you can tell, that's your bracket there in the wood. Now, you've got to do what I'm doing here. Make a little mark. There is going to be a bit of noise, but hey presto, it's part of the learning process, isn't it? So what's going to happen is when you've made your mark where you want to mark it, I've got a little tip for you. Take your trusty hammer. And just make a little dent. Just make a little dent. You don't have to make too much of a dent. Now you put your screw back there, and unfortunately I think I got the wrong screw bit. Oh no, I haven't. You're going to gently, don't go overboard. Don't think you're a bloody master builder. But what you're gonna do, obviously, it's a tight area, so I'm gonna have to use quick. You're gonna try and do a weird thing with this. You're gonna put it on like that. You can put it on how you want, but what you're gonna try and do is eventually you want to try and adjust this screw where it's straightened with the bracket. So when you put the bracket on, your screw's not gonna go all over the place. So you take the drill again, so you made your hole. You think, yep, that's where it's gonna go, because you've made the hole. Obviously, you probably won't see it from where you are now, but you've made a hole where my finger is right now, big enough for just that there, that little screw. That's why it's so horrible. So you're gonna do that, and you're gonna put this little bolt. It's called a wall bracket if you don't know what they are. So you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna do that, and you're gonna literally tighten it. Literally, that's how you're gonna tighten it. So what happens now is, funny enough, I don't have the space for it. You're going to try and put it all together. So you're going to try and put them up like that, and do it that way. Obviously, I've cocked up. I've done it on the other side. I didn't mean to do it that way. So if you've done it like me, you've cocked up somewhere. Put your finger on that, on there. Measure it off again. Quite simply, take your time. Don't rush it, because if you rush it, you I mean, better be careful with it, because they'll try and decide to cut you quite literally. Yeah, because you will get injuries from this. But hey, you're gonna be a good man. So you take the hammer again. And you're going to just basically, you're going to hold that screw in there. So you're going to do the pincer movement. Yeah, these screws are horrible, by the way. If you don't want to hold it, you can actually I'm glad to bring to, because sometimes one screw breaks, like that one just did on me. It actually went too sharp. You don't want a sharp screw, because it cuts your fingers, and yeah, you're gonna end up bleeding all the bloody place. So yeah, you're gonna pincer that screw in that position. But wrong drill bit. So if you've got a wrong drill bit, get yourself them. You can get it from any tool state, like any place. But I'll go to a tool station. A lot cheaper and a lot quicker. If there's one close to you, by the way. So the idea is to measure the screw against that. So that's going to be good. You also want to make sure it stays on your flipping drill. There you are. That's in. Right, so you're gonna move your hammer out of the way. Yeah, move that out of the way, your pencil, so that's gonna be there. And this is where the next bit comes pretty weirdly. It's now saying what I know, because I'm it's going to be quite easy to do this, by the way. I'm doing it. So you're going to take your long beam, so you can see it from your end better than I can see it from my end. Is you're going to, in the words, join them. So you're going to try and join them like that. You know, they give you so much stuff, right? And they don't really tell you what screw goes with where. Oh, by the way, I did find the instructions. They were in the box, and the box was laying down, and I didn't see them. But that's me. Yeah, that's me for you. So what I'm doing is, obviously you probably won't see it, but I've got a lot of screws and bits like that, and dowel bits, and pins and stuff. Not very good things. By the way, there's nails here. I don't know if I'm going to use a nail to hold that, to hold a board on. I might just screw it. It'll last longer anyway. So yeah. So move them two dowel bits away, because, well, I do need to move them away. This is weird. Oh, okay. I'll see what I'm trying to do. So, what I'm doing is, this top, what I've just seen there, is that, you're probably thinking, what, that's a screw. If you look at the end, you know what type of screw it is. It's a posi. Quite simply, they're going to go with the sides. So you need to try and move most of your stuff away from this. You're going to bring this down, and you'll see it on this on your camera right now. So how I'm going to do it is, your thing will go try and go in on itself. So I'm going to try and put screws, you see down, see there, that's where I'm going to put screws. And also it's going to be better when I do that. So I'm going to push on that. I'm going to push on that. So then what I'm going to do is just push it a little back on me. Do the same on this side. So yeah, so it's a little bit tighter. These screws need to be put in properly, so I need to get two more of them. I believe it said, yeah, two more. So what's going to happen is, you can probably see my drill bit there. Not too hard, of course. And then the best part about this is I'm going to stand this thing up eventually, because then it starts standing up a little bit better. Obviously it is wobbling at the moment because it doesn't have the proper guidance, or it doesn't have the if you see it wobbling now, it means it doesn't have the right balance to balance it off. And I need 2 plates. So no, I didn't cut these, by the way. It'd be brilliant if I did. Or did I? So what they're asking for is dowel bits. Now these dowel bits are basically them. It's a dowel bit. It's the joinery term for a small little bud bit. And what you're hearing right now is, yes, me banging it in. So I'm going to put the dowel bit into the piece of wood like that, into the piece of wood like that, and just tap away. So that's one bit done. This is quite good actually, this. It's relaxing. Obviously sometimes you don't have to bang them in, but I like to just make sure they're in. So when you've got them in, like literally got them in. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit different, because now, since I'm in a tight area, guys, I can't really move out, so I'm stuck for what I need to be stuck for. And I'm going to stand up for a second just to readjust this. Now you're probably thinking, I'm going to block the camera with this. Nope, you're going to come with me, guys. With me all the way through this. So right now, we're going to do the beams. Middle beam, and of course, back beam. You're probably thinking, why? Well, it's part of it. So it's saying there. What? So before I slap them all together, you always got to leave a gap. You won't be able to see it. If I can show you it in a way, or this way. In fact, if I bring you closer, guys, to the action, right there, the gap. You don't want to slap these two on, because, well, you don't want to. And I believe you've got to slap one on the bottom here. Slap one on the bottom. Slap. Move it out of the way. I don't want to get crushed. So you want to bring this one a little bit closer to this one. So what you do is you push this, and then you push them together. Right. So this is where it comes in. Oh, by the way, if you haven't liked or subscribed or even shared this, please like and share, subscribe to my channel. I'm always bringing out new content. I try my best. I think this is the first video back that I've done due to the pandemic what we had. I hope everyone's safe. I hope everyone is healthy and fit. Fit and healthy, and eating your greens. So I'm looking for screws. Do mind my belly. I haven't got a screw missing. Quite literally. I'm not going to blind this person going. That's right, so like we did before, we're going to set screws again. We're going to screw these sides in so they will never come off. Well, they will come off, but they'll never come off when you put them on. This is like the structure of the strength. So you also on the outside, there's pre-made holes. Thank God we've got things what we need to do. So all you gotta do is your BB. All you'll be doing, you'll be just trying to get it. One, obviously I trust the people who make them because they'll make them to a certain size. It's something you don't know. Sometimes they do get mentally wrong. So what you're seeing right now is me not cocking up, not messing up, shall I say, just readjusting. It's always good to readjust. If you think something's not going to go in properly, try and readjust it as best you can. You know, look at the wood when you're doing it, because the wood would never. How they make it in the machinery is they'll do pre-drill holes and they'll follow the instructions how to make them. So this is how you would look at it'll be like a box, pretend you come to this point, and yeah, it's going to be a brilliant box. So putting all the screws in the back, outside, you know, the side bits, trying to get it tight as possible, yeah. Just going to try and move you guys at the same time while I'm doing this. So yeah, I'm going to move you guys to this side now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this side, try and bring it all together a little bit better. Bring them all together. Right, so when the sides now come together, these two bars here. Yeah. So you got these two bars here. They're actually what they call support beams. That go, one will go lengthways, one will go flatways. That's to support it, to distribute the weight 50-50 throughout the entire whole chest of drawers. Yes, I know I've picked a bad chest of drawers to do, but here we go. And then okay, he wants me to do something, I think. So, next part is the worst part. I hate this part because they're telling me now they're telling me now to put the backing on. Now if you're a joiner, you would never do that. So we're not going to do that. The backing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it off. And move to one side. what I had to do, guys, is quite pretty much they want me to do the backing on this. By the way, I found them. They're in that box, like I said. So they're saying they want me to do the backing, which is just a thin piece of basically cardboard, which I'm going to do last because I want to use that as a finishing touch in a way where you can't do finishing touches. So yeah, they're saying if you get a measuring tape, A equals B, which whatever that means. If you're a joiner, please comment below what that means. So I'm going to skip that out, and then I'm going to do the drawers. You like the drawers because it's kind of easy. You guys will like the drawers easier because that's it. Pre-made drawers, made easy. I don't know if they bend that way. Yeah, they bend that way. Brilliant. They got pre-made drawers. First bit, the left and right and back of it. Already pre-made. And I'll adjust that camera a little bit for you. So you can tell there's left, right, at the back is the back of the drawer. All of it telling me. By the way, that's the backing. I can't bother putting it on, to be honest with you. So telling you to get one of them. So they're telling you now, obviously I'm going to put that to one side. So they're saying, because of the draw, well, that's a great idea, isn't it, mate? So basically, they want me to, in the middle, put screws. The annoying ones. But why do they never give you flipping more dowels? Don't know why. But anyway, you're gonna take that drill. Alright, so you're basically gonna drill down. In fact, here's the best idea for you. I think I've got 5 of these. To save you time and messing around, do all 5. That's 3, that's 4. So get bring them on. And you literally put one back. And you're literally only going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in a way, you're going to get rid of them. The horrible screws, but you're going to get rid of them. And the day you're going to make a better thing out of it, because you're going to be pre-ready. I think it's 2 to a draw, but I can't find them. Yeah, there it is. So quite simply, you're just going to just put them up. So basically, it saves you time, effort, everything. With it, quite simply, it's just simple, really simple. Because with the simplicity is you're gonna basically save time. So you want to be able to just go bang, 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 and put everything up straight away. I actually would skip some of it. So I do what I've just done now. Do what I've just done now. Build the top, the sides, and put the runners on. Not sure how to do the runners. There's always plenty of YouTube videos how to put plastic runners on. I'm gonna try and do another one with metal runners, barbarian ones, because I've heard they're really hard to put on, or difficult in such a way. So all I'm doing is, as you can tell, putting that screw with that drill, and obviously you're just gonna just pinch it. Oop. Thanks to my thanks to my Black & Decker, who owns DeWalt and Stanley. Best drill I've ever used. I have used DeWalt drills, they're really good. I have used a couple of Festivals. I want to use, on the subject of these, I have used quite a lot of drills in the past. Black & Decker I've used many times, love the drill. I've used Makita drills, they're brilliant, but they do decide to die when you're not technically ready for them to die. DeWalt drills, they're powerful as hell. Literally, they'll literally just fight the screw to get it into the hole. I have used a couple of Festool bits, like they might have saw and something else. What did I do? That's it. I've used their circular saw that cuts dots. Fair enough. But I want to try out their drill because I've heard the drill's supposed to be really, really good, but I don't know until I've used it. So if any companies out there and you want me to test more tools, you know, watch this video, drop a like, send me a comment. Maybe we can test each other's, or I can test your equipment. But moving back on to what we're doing today, we are building a chest of drawers from scratch as a flat pack. Yes, I might have, like I said in the first part of the video, I did lose my fair enough what they call them, instructions, which I found out I didn't lose them, they were in the box. Don't ever do that. It's annoying. Funny thing about it is, quite simply, oh yeah, so they've already got mine, thank God for that. Right, so get this bloody thing out now. You're gonna understand why I'm getting paranoid now. So when I got on your level, when you're doing draws, you got these. I don't know if you can tell. I'm gonna put my palm in my hand. In fact, I'll put it right to the camera. These. There you are. These are the most annoying things that I've ever laid my hands on. They're so annoying, right? They never stay in place. But I found a trick. Just glue that across. So trick is quite simple, really, when I get it ready. Right. So I'm gonna bring you guys forward. There is a hole. In fact, I flip you around because can I? Anyway, there is a, I can't flip you around, the hole where my finger is. If you see where my finger is, you know what I mean. There, see that hole there? That's what I'm going to do. If you put that there, it's going to try and fight with you. I put my thumb on straw on it, so it locks it in. And then it's telling me to do the same as it. Right, so it's easy to do the same at the other end. So I'm going to move that and hammer out the way because, well, you know what's going to happen here. So what you're going to do is you gently bring them up like this. Now, this is the best idea. If you've got a wall like that, like a running proper sturdy wall, you can do this because the other part you're going to hold. Well, you're not going to hold, you can actually put your drill right there. Look, hands free. I'm going to take this and you can go this side in first. Right? So then it locks this side in, coming in. And then what you do is you move your drill out the way and bear in mind, you're going to do that. Just push pressure on it. Flick it around. Now this is the best part. You're going to lock them into place. By locking them into place, it's kind of funny because by locking them into place you can actually do things better. So you want to make sure when you first do it, if I can bring it out here, you want to make sure when you first do it, that is what it's supposed to be. Get this. These are for this. So what you're going to do is get one of them ready. And this is the nightmare. Such a nightmare this is. Because you want to then undo this. Undo it. So what you don't know is you actually are pulling this out, but you're going to pull it out in the way that you don't know. So you're going to pull that out apart, back to position what you had it at, and then you are going to literally come in, try and get that corner in that correctly. Right, so remember you've got to like line it all up properly, so if it's not lined up properly it will not fit. So what you're doing is you're going to push this down. Move the drill away, like I said. Obviously you can tell it's now getting pushed in. So what's going to happen is you want to try and force the thing in because these drawers are horrible. You want to then lock them into position. And here, presto, you've got a drawer. Now here's the thing. This drawer will take an impact. What you don't know is come with screws. They come with screws. It come with the screws. In fact, it does actually. So, don't worry guys. It will be a long video. I hope you are going to be enjoying this video because then you get to know how to make, well, build up, how I say. You're going to take your own hands. Oh, by the way, make sure you have a bin bag in your house, so mine's there. So, you're going to take one of these screws, your doorknob. Yes, I know it's funny. I'm going to for each doorknob. It's quite simple. So you can see there is a hole right there. Screw comes through the hole. You're going to put your left thumb, onto the back of the screw, where your right hand goes on, and just basically rotates it in. But here's the best part: you're going to push two fingers here, one from your thumb, and two out from your thumb. These two here, like that. Oh, like that. Pistol going down. Push on there. Your thumb is going to be there, while your hand goes like that. You drill. Very nice. That means it's tight. And this is the best part. If that's done, you can go away. We're going to continue doing these because they're quite quick actually. I didn't realise how quick they were. So basically you're going to if you're not sure how to do it again, I'm going to show you again. Ouch. Straight away. Push it there. That's how it goes. Gonna do that on that one. It's been really warm, hasn't it, guys, today? I don't like warm weather. Makes me a bit moody later on. So, I will tell you now, you don't want music when you're playing, you know, when you're doing these, because you want to be fully focused. Feel this one's tighter than this one. So you flip it over, and all you're doing is you're trying to get that in. So do the same repeat. You basically, obviously I would lock one side, so then you can do with the other, which I forgot to tell you. So you're gonna just you're gonna come over it like that, so you can put a bit of pressure. Always works every time. And as you can tell, that drawer is made. Of course, I'm gonna truss the handles on. By the way, when you cut them, try and put them in the drawer so you know which one's which. It is a bit shame that it don't come with the thing. Yeah, it don't come with screws already in the bag, so maybe it's something for them to understand. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to put this on loosely. I can put it on loosely. So you put it on loosely like that. I'm going to show you what it's like with the drill behind it. Quite simply, same drill. It makes it better tight fitting. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 more to make. I'm hoping you're enjoying this video. I hope you can do it to watch this all the way through, because I can enjoy doing stuff like this because, well, I used to do it as a kid, fun enough, and I had a really good eye for stuff like this, and I think I'm missing one of the little buckle things. So, as you can tell, I don't actually have to. Also, when you do the first one, without the board, without this board, you want to do it, make sure it's a perfect fit, and then you want to take it undone, do it, and then put the board back on. With the others, you don't have to do that same process. You just leave that out and put board straight in. Obviously, white side up. It's going to be a bit of a tight fit, like I normally would say. So you only want to do is pinch it, so it's pinched in, and then when it's pinched in, you can turn it upside down and then just go. You just basically try and rock it. Like I said, it always works every time, because you just basically I found the thing. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use it. I don't know. What should I use? Shall I use the pins? I think I should use the pins, shouldn't I? Because if they were, they're giving us 2 of them. So I'm just going to cut. Not weird. So basically, quite easily, I would, for these handles personally, because it's going to be pretty quick, pretty easy to do, and I'll say what. Just put them on as loose, right? Just like how I've done. Put your 2 fingers, I think, whatever that is called, your first and your second finger onto it. Obviously your thumb should be on top. Should be either on top of it or just a little bit behind the line, the back line here. Get your drill. Boom. Easy. Let's put it this way. I built 3 drawers just like that, so it's quite easy. So quite simply do the same thing. I'm just going to try and repeat the process of what I'm doing, so you guys can get it if you are doing one of these at home right now. So this is a 5 drawer. I think you can do the same. You can do the same thing with a 3 drawer, a 4 drawer. I don't know if there's 3 drawer. Is there 3 drawer? 2 drawers? Yeah, there is a 3 drawer actually. There is a 3 drawer. Just really honest. So you can repeat the process with a 3 drawer, 2 drawer, 6 drawer. So what happens is then you just turn that around. Obviously you can see this will bow out. You got to do going inside and just gently push it out, and then just gently push back into it, because what happens is when you're pushing down on this, it'll come out, it'll miss the line, a bit of it will go in the line, but a bit of it will miss it. So you need to push it back in to make it go back in. Obviously, as the inside goes, just basically one little touch of the drill. It locks it in place. That drill ain't gonna, that thing is, you're gonna get two of these in my hand right now. 2 screws. You're gonna push them through the light holes. Remember to get 2 of your, what they're called, knobs. Draw knobs. By the way, don't be silly. It's called a draw knob for a reason. We call them knobs because it's the easy way to say what you need to get. So you put your draw knobs on here. Obviously, I always look at your positive comments. If you want to drop a positive comment down, that'd be brilliant, because then every feedback, every like, every comment, every share, every hit that notification bell helps me a lot and helps this channel out a lot. So it'd be brilliant. So anyway, I'm gonna get into this. I've just done the draw knobs. That's 4 draws down. Now this is how quick and pace it gets. Right, so it's really fast because you pick up, if I can say it, you pick up the speed quite quickly. We're doing it. I would do it for yourself. Just build it yourself. Don't get someone like a joiner to build it, or someone who knows woodwork to build it, man, because you're gonna spend, well, 1, your money, 2, you're not gonna learn out anything, quite literally, and 3, it's a good learning experience. If you know how to build a drawer, so I'm going to show the inside now a little bit, how I'm doing. So I'm putting my drill on that thing. You can tell where the thing is. So my drill is there, but where that pin is, that awkward screw as I call it, done. So we're going on this side. Just need to make sure it's tight enough. That's tight enough. Also, it's in there. Also, 2 screws if you don't know where the holes are going. One goes in there, one goes in the other side. Flick it around and I'll show you what it looks like when it's flipped. Also, you know, screw ends are popped out here. I do. If you have been watching this quite a long time, I don't know how long this video has been going for, but if you've been watching this video for all you know, right to now, congratulations to you. Thank you very much for having the time to watch this and taking a bit of time out of your day. I always like to help out people, by the way, who struggle with stuff like this. And then what you're going to do, by the way, if your instructions say you need they say you need a drill, a screwdriver, goggles, scissors, and what did they say? They said something else. You need a tape measure. You don't need a tape measure, by the way. You just need a drill. I wouldn't recommend having a hammer. Well, I would have hammer just in case. You need a hammer, pencil, drill, and scissors, and that's it. You don't need goggles because nothing's gonna fly off. So that's one fact for you. All 5 drawers have been built. Also, what I'm going to do now is going to move them. Down here. So out the way. Right, so they're out the way now. So that's fine. Just done that. So, that. Now I'm going to go back to the part that I didn't like. So, if I've got a rubbish bin, I recommend doing this time now because I'm not forgetting. Getting rid of your rubbish straight away is a mess. So, as you tell, I've got the wood back again. I'm going to put the backing on. Quite simply, the backing is horrible and I don't like doing it, but give it a second. Here's something you don't know. Sometimes when you put it in the middle, they don't actually put it in the middle. They're meant to put it down here somewhere, so try and relocate it, you know, that little bracket that we did earlier. If you put it in the middle, it's fine, doesn't matter. At the end of the world. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, no. So you got to try and do this. Now this is the horrible part because I don't like doing this. Because this is where I say now where you need to literally have someone on board with you. Obviously I'm doing this by myself, so if you well, if you think I'm doing it wrong, test me. Pretty much test me. So what I'm going to do is I'm moving certain bits to certain areas. So before I even begin to nail this in, I'm going to move the last remaining bits that I've got to put on to this place onto this annoying thing. By the way, you can get feet for this, by the way, if you haven't realised. I'm not recommending getting feet, but there you are. So all you got to do is put these on, and I'm hanging over the thing, but you're putting them on. Basically, it's a nail. You need a hammer for this, by the way. There is going to be quite a bit of banging, so I don't really care. So you want to do the side that you're closest to first. Make sure it's in line, by the way, because it's an awkward job, this is. Yeah, you might now and again find nails that don't work properly, or just try and keep it in line every single time as you go down. Because you need as much nails as possible. If you do find a nail that is faulty, like it's got no head, if you've got a spare nail, then use it, because I would recommend using it. Ow. By the way, I just hit my own phone, by the way. And so, pretty much, this side here and the top part up here, which you can't see, is done. Obviously, at this point, you want to go for a drink break, because a little drink break, so then you know what acid you need to do. Don't worry, I'm not sponsored by Relentless, but I give them a shout out into this video. So you're going to turn, if you're on the floor, because obviously you're working from the floor by the way, so turn the entire whole thing around. It might be a little bit of a panic, but there you are. So what you're going to do is you're going to try and pull this down. So obviously you got a nail pulled in, and then what you're going to do, by the way, this is the worst part to nailing. See what I mean? It pulls it in quite simply. All you got to do is do the same thing what I'm doing every so often. Spread apart, by the way. Make sure it's flush. If you don't know what flush means in joinery terms or in general, it means level. So when it's level, it looks brilliant. You don't want it not level, trust me. So yeah, flush. So every so often you need to make sure the nail hasn't gone, you know, like to the other side, or decided to go, I'm going to go this way today. Obviously, like with me, you're going to find out. So, apart from one little fucking nail, although I've got one faulty nail here, it doesn't matter because nobody can see it. Now you come, this is the top part, so you got this top part. Now you're probably thinking, wow, what, you've got to do this part. Yes, I do. So you're going to take a couple of nails that you've got, and you're going to basically do the same thing. Just bang them in. Quite simply, just bang them in. And then it's done. So let me just try and tell me now. Stand in. Right, so now yeah, lift up. Yeah, you are going to lift it up. So you've got like, I know it's flimsy like fuck, but it's not, I know it's like flimsy like hell, but here we go. So what you've got, guys, at the minute is that an empty shell. What it's telling me now is to put the drawers in it, which I'm going to do. But I'm going to set the camera up a little bit differently. Like there. First you get to see me in full glory. Like that. So you can see that, you can just see, can't you? Yeah. You can just see it actually. You can see the drawers there. So I'm going to put drawers in. See what it looks like. And then you're doing this, you're making sure that when you're doing these, you're doing them in a way where, let's put it this way, you're making sure these leaders can actually do it. So far so good, it's actually doing really well. I know I've got quite a few bits left. I'll find out what I'm doing with them. Let me just go into some. Make sure you try and find the hole. Take a groove that goes into it, and there you have it. You have, bend it that way, a drawer done. Perfectly done. Every time. I always use a hammer, my Black & Decker drill, you know, my pencil, my scissors, it's easier. It's even cheaper, so it's even better. Quite simply, if you like the video, don't forget to share, comment down below, always comment down below, because the comments that I can read from you, positive comments of course, it makes my channel and me happier each and every day. Don't forget to hit that wonderful bell, because every time you hit that bell you will see all my content. There'll be more videos on the way. I'm hoping to get them out very shortly. Obviously I'm doing I think about 4 or 5 of them, which is brilliant. If you watched this far, thank you very much. Obviously my name is Xenomorph 96. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.